Welcome back, everybody, to Dashing with Flash. How's everybody doing? On this channel here, I help everybody survive and thrive as best I can in the gig economy. So just got a quick, couple of tips here, mainly actually for the customer side of things. Usually, I'm sharing as much information as I can for gig economy workers, drivers, and such. But this one is kind of centric towards customers. But, because drivers are going to know exactly what I'm talking about here. And I want to focus mainly on tipping and lack thereof and why it's important. Now, if you don't know and you haven't heard a gig econ driver talk about this at length, there's a lot of great content creators / drivers out there, such as Pedro Doordash Santiago, Doordash Dad, UDM. Like, it's a long list of, More Finance, Your Driver Mike. It's a long list of people out there, and centrally, it's kind of one theme. And that's the no tip, no trip theme. I know Pedro specifically does not take no tip orders sheerly on principle. And I'm right there with him. Regardless of how far it's going, how long it might take, it could be like a 5-minute trip, half a mile, $3, no tip. I'm not taking it. Surely on principle, because that's BS. So here's the thing, and this is from my shift last night. I don't have a screenshot of it, but I forget where the order was. It was a restaurant in my area, local place, not a chain place. It was a stacked order. It was on Doordash. The total mileage was like 12 and a half miles. The payout for 2 orders, it was somewhere in the range of like $8-10, something like that. Not worth it for that much mileage, right? One of the orders. Now, full disclosure, I was, using the methods to see the full payout. This one restaurant, the payout was $6.25, no tip. I was not on a peak pay. And which means, for those that don't know, every time an order is declined by a driver, DoorDash will add 25 cents to the base payout of the order. Which means that order started at $3, no tip. It probably started as a singular order, and they have to now add it to another order to make it a stack to try to get somebody to take it. But again, stay with me on the math here. $3 payout, base pay, had no tip. Which means it got declined 12, 13 times before it got to me to get to $6.25. I declined it, which now made it 14 times. The next driver that sees that order, it'll be $6.50. So again, to the customers out there, this is why if you do not tip, you are either not getting your food at all, or it's going to take a really long time. An order like that will probably get canceled before they find a driver to take it. This is why it's important to tip $2, $3. Even if that order had maybe like $3 tip on it, it'll get appealing eventually. But it's principle. I will take, again, same example as before, a short distance order. Let's say 1.5 miles. It might take me 10 minutes, whatever. If it's $3 base pay and it's got $2, $3 tip, if it's like a $6 payout, yeah, I'm going to take that all day. I'll take a 1.5 mile order, 10 minutes for $6 all day. All it takes is a few bucks tip, but $3, no tip, I'm not taking that. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. This is why it's important to tip. If you want your food at all or in a timely fashion, you need to tip. It's the bottom line. It's proper. First of all, it's proper etiquette. Let's get that out the way, okay? Because it's no different than going to a restaurant and tipping or not tipping a server. Nobody in good conscience goes out to a restaurant, orders 50, 60, $70 worth of food, and leaves no tip for their server. First of all, I'm not even going to get into the ethics of that. Okay? But most people with a clear conscience will never do that. You wouldn't be allowed to go back in that restaurant ever again. They'll put your picture on the wall in the back. Okay? So, again, it's very important to tip. And it's not just, oh, drivers are complaining, oh, find a different job, find a new avenue of work, whatever. You wouldn't dare walk into a restaurant and tell a server that, or waitress, or waiter, right? So why do you treat drivers any different? The people that are not only charged with handling your food, we have to go to the restaurant, wait for your food, in some cases, pick it up, drive it to you. You're getting door-to-door service. You're getting more service than you get from a server at a restaurant. Think about that. Most people don't. There's just a magic process to the food getting from point A to point B. And they don't take into account all the things in between. People using their personal vehicles, using their own gas, having to be in charge of their own maintenance and all these things. People don't think about that. Maybe they should. So again, to my fellow gig economy workers out there, if you see this video, share it. Share it with people that you might know that aren't in the industry, that don't know much better. I mean, again, if you're a customer out there, share this with your friends and your family because it's important. You need to understand how deep this thing goes with tipping and not tipping and how it affects your orders and how you might get them in a timely fashion or not. That's it. That's all I got on that today. Thank you guys for joining. Like I said, like, subscribe, share, dislike, comment, all that good stuff. All right. Again, what I do here is I help everybody survive and thrive in the gig economy. And as I always say, and I always tell everybody, 100% of your time out there, be profitable. Catch you guys next time.